and I would like to say hello to all the foreigners, especially the guests from China. First of all, because we have really amazing people here, I would like to go through who is together with us and maybe read a little bit through who those amazing people are. So we have Amir Trokic, the Director, Account Manager of Bosnia in Herzegovina for MasterCard. I'm sure we will hear a lot of interesting things, how you see the market and how are the digital payments done. Then we have Rasim Megamic, this amazing story of Almaraz, how you from a small company grew to a really not just local business but internationally, and how you are developing, so really amazing. We have Eric Meyer from Deutsche Telekom in area of technology and innovation. So he's dealing with lots of stuff as a telecom, because we know that telecoms are now very much active in the roles of innovation, open society, collaborative economy, and so on. So welcome. So we have Hui Feng Wu, the professor of Hangzhou Diang University from China. So welcome. And of course, Mr. Tony Cheng from Alibaba, General Manager of Alibaba Cloud from Dutch and CE region. And those who were able to hear his speech later on, before, it was really great to see what Alibaba is doing around the world, especially in China. So just for the beginning, we are living in exponential world. What does that mean? It means that every industry in the world, it will be disrupted, period. Why it will be disrupted? Because every day you wake up, thousands of startups are thinking about how they will disrupt your business and what to do to succeed. And the problem or the challenge of today's companies is they need to live in this dual world. On one side, they need to take care about their core business. Of course, this is crucial in order to survive and to have the fuel to cover other two areas, which is one area is you need to take, we call it like incremental innovation. So how to digitalize your existing business. And then we come to the third point, which we call like disruptive innovation. And this is like thinking what is position your company for the future. So how you will be prepared for the disruptors which are coming from the startups and other companies, and what you need to do in order to get that. So in order to understand that, you need to see some signals around the world, what is happening. So signals, for example, in industry where different industries are now merging together, from the technology, artificial intelligence, VR, blockchain technology, and so on. And so it's really important to be prepared and to think about those things. And those amazing guys knows what is crucial, and they are doing that. They are stepping out of the box, and they are thinking what the future is. Like they said, we are not discussing where the ball is now, but we need to be there where it will be. So let me start with what are the signals which I said before in the e-commerce world. We heard before from gentlemen from Alibaba, so that you don't see actually the difference between online and offline world, that this world is merging and the clients would just like to have one customer experience. So from your point of view, what is the impact of the technology on the e-commerce and the changes which you need to do as a next step? Because you are doing amazing things, and you know what you see as a next step of e-commerce.
Okay, thanks for the question. I would say technical always like behind of the real demand or the request from the market. So as example, in China, I think why the technology and the innovation and very quick, and also the people welcome and open to the new technology. I think it's because of the high competition. Because in China, and you can imagine every day how many newcomers into the market. They may be from the traditional or from the real new area, even from the cross-border, to step in your business. So you have to like think about, okay, which kind of new business model I have, or which kind of new technology I have. Otherwise, you will be no chance win in the market. So that's why I think the technology always like behind of this request demand in the market, then empower this kind of company. If they have the ambition, if they have the willing to be the winner in this market, then I think they need the technology. They will welcome the technology.
We hear and we see somewhere around the world they are putting these showrooms together, like showcases, the showcase stores when you can test the new technology and get immediate feedback from the clients. And also to educate the clients how they should use the technology. We saw a great example, so how you are putting the retail shop in China. But do you have this concept also in mind, like putting somewhere a showroom where the newest technologies would be tested and within the people?
Yeah, definitely. So for Alibaba, we have like more of 1/3 of the employees, they have a technical background. So, you know, one side we need to like have some through a new demo or new concept go to market. And from other side, we also need direct feedback from the market. Otherwise, you know, if you know direct feedback from market to feed our R&D people, then you waste your investment, because these 20,000 people, they need the idea from the market, not from the lab. So I think it's both way and to get the information. And then this also can very quick to improve your software, your platform, your service. So I think we Alibaba, I think based on our personal experience, I think we got so many benefits from this way.
Okay, thank you very much. Eric, what is your view on that?
Yeah, I can only fully agree. As a telecom area, we got the message, right? As a telecom operator, we had fixed lines and we charging you per second. You didn't like that. You went to over-the-top Skype. We had messaging. We charged you a lot. You didn't like that. You went to the messenger. Now we have video. You don't like that. You go to the OTT video app. So we need to come up with some business model innovation, and we were actually trailing the customer, trailing behind. What happened in America is we've got a new CEO, John Ledger, and he's on Twitter. And he didn't go to the boardroom. He went straight down into the call center, took up the phone, and listened into every call. Because what's the problem that the customer wants to solve? And they made a list, and then they made the Un-carrier movement. And now we're the largest growing operator in the US. So we very well understood that we are a company you didn't even want to talk to. You just don't want to talk to us because you are coming into an IVR. And we're now abolishing that. We just announced team of experts. If you call us, your expert will be on the other side, not an answering machine. We'll maybe use a bot because it's faster than like waiting for a customer agent, but we're really centered around you. What does that mean? Now we are also supplying tickets. So we listen to customers, and customers want to go to their favorite game, listen to their favorite music, and they want their favorite service on top of that. And because call centers are broken, and the commerce is getting contextualized. Because remember this, in the morning where I'm in a car with my kids, I put music on for kids. Now I don't want that same music in my office environment. And when I'm in my office environment, I want my office apps. In the break, I want healthy food. and at night I want to watch my video or I want to do my sports. So I'm the same customer in another context. But that customer is voting with his mobile phone every second of the day. And if you as a top brand are not there, you're gone. So what we see now is a lot of top brands come to us and say, can we give this to you, that you give this to our customers, because we can't talk to our customers. That's a very exciting business model. But at the other end, it's like asking a lot from our executives and from our staff. Customer comes first, but staff comes second, and every second counts. That means that also our executives in Europe, our executives on the floor in the call centers, like there's a board member, Ferry Al-Bahasson, sitting in the call center. I'll repeat that. He is not in the boardroom, he's in the call center. Tim Hutkus, our CEO, does a lot of international town hall meetings that everybody in the world understands at the same time what is happening with our customers. Because if we keep trailing our customers, you won't see us back. But my message to you is, we are Magenta, and we well understood.
Thank you. And yeah, one more. So you are very much in favor of that open economy and collaborative economy.
Yeah.
So can you
Sure.
collaborate on that?
So there's another thing that we see, and that's open innovation. So we as a telecom operator, we have TIP, and that is working together with other operators and Facebook for the 5G. So our next, move will be 5G, but it's 5G for all in America. That will mean we'll go to rural areas. And there we're copying a proud chapter out of the Chinese playbook, because what we'll be doing is we'll be opening stores in rural areas and enabling people to come to the store, to touch the devices, and to be with us. And if other brands want to join us in their stores, we will do that. Actually, if T-Mobile employees leave their store, they'll keep their T-shirts on. They'll keep the Magenta T-shirts on. But what we also see is we are in larger operations. So the telecom management forum is extremely important for us. I work together with China Mobile, with Orange, with Verizon, with my competition, to understand machine learning and to understand blockchain. You just had a 20-minute lecture about blockchain. Did you understand it? I didn't. But what I can do is work with other people, because it's hard to know what I not know. But this conference is very important for me, because you are telling me from a regulator perspective, from an investment perspective, and from a business perspective, where I need to keep my focus. And that's extremely important. But it's not easy. It's a square up in business modeling.
Okay, thank you very much. So, Mr. Professor Wu, so what are the opportunities and challenges of e-commerce if you compare it to economy 4.0? So,
OK， 工业4.0啊，对我们带来了两大改变，一个是从规模制造向规模定制改变，第二个是以产品为中心向以用户为中心的改变。那么我们传统的生产都是大批量的生产以后，用户去选择他需要的商品。但是未来工业4.0里面，用户会参与到产品的设计里面，他们是产品设计和生产的一个重要的环节。我之前在德国待过很长一段时间，那边很像宝马，你买一辆宝马汽车，你是可以参与到宝马汽车的一个定制环节的。在中国，像我们的海尔集团，你要买一个空调，你可以参与到空调的那个定制里面去。所以说，我们未来的电商平台，我们不仅仅是购买一个商品，而是会全程的参与到我商品的设计环节里面去。这个是个挑战，但同时也是个机遇。因为现在我们很多的商品，对我来说，从我个人角度而言，我想买一个商品，但这个商品也许并不是完全符合我的要求的。我非常希望它能为我定制，但是目前的很多的生产的方式，包括技术，它达不到这个要求。然后呢，因为我呢同时是大学的教授，同时呢我也在运营一些公司，创办了公司，包括我也是研发的负责人。我们之前呢已经研发了一个演示的系统，用户从手机下了订单以后，指令到云端，云端下发到生产线进行生产，到打包快递，全程是无人参与的。那么因为我们是大学的，所以我希望把我这个技术不仅仅是用于生产，而且是用于人才培养。我想未来工业4.0也好，电子商务也好，最需要的是人才。但是目前的大学的培养的人才，它很多是满足不了我们行业的发展需要。所以说我们有个计划，就是我希望把我们的研究成果面向培训，面向高校， 培养更多的符合未来工业4.0发展需要的这样的一个人才。我们的计划是我们所有的源代码、所有的技术全部开放出来，让他们来学习，来构造未来我们中国未来发展的一个人才的基础。这是我们一个计划，所以这是我们一些想法吧。如果后面大家有兴趣啊，包括在座很多参会的，我们可以再进一步的讨论这些问题。谢谢。
Thank you very much. One more question: How to improve the user experience then of e-commerce?
这个用户体验呢，其实也是我个人从电商平台购买商品以后的一些个人体会啊。我们在中国有一个很有名叫卖家秀和买家秀，就是你看这个商品很漂亮，但是买回来穿在，比如一件衣服穿在身上以后，它完全就不好看，也许不好看。所以说我们就在想，怎么样能够让我们的用户体验更好。所以我们研究院啊有教授在开展一些研究，通过 AR 和 VR 的技术，它不光是面向定制，它也可以让你就身临其境的可以看到，如果你穿了这件衣服以后，它是什么个效果。那么当然用户体验它包括很多的方面，比如说你买到的商品是不是质量足够的好，是不是符合你的心理预期，但是更多的是跟人相关的一些因素。我们现在通过技术的手段，怎么来改进这些用户体验，让我们能够买到一个我们称心如意的商品。刚才我们陈总也讲过，就是我们线上也好，线下也好，归根到底，无论是线上还是线下，都是为了满足人们对美好生活的向往，改善我们的生活，能够让我们买到高质量的商品。所以说我们的用户体验，因为我是搞研究的，就是我们总是希望通过技术的手段来提升用户体验，包括 AR 和 VR， 包括线下的体验等等，它的归根到底的一个本质其实是一样的，我是这么认为的。
Yeah, thank you very much. So you believe that you need to test as much as possible in order to get the feedbacks from the clients and so on.
Yeah, 是的。用户的这个反馈也很重要，我们会构造一个闭环的系统，怎么来改进我们这个系统未来？对，谢谢。
Okay, so let's move forward. One question for Rasim. So really, as we heard before, very impressive story. You are in that business where e-commerce would fit perfectly, you know. So what's your point? How do you see it, and what steps are you doing as a company together?
Okay. Hello, everybody. Just to introduce you that we produce underwear and sleepwear and some other products for us and for the other partners. And we launched our web shop this year, only a few months ago. That's we had in the project and we prepare everything very carefully. But when we came on the market, we realized that we need to open eyes and listen and see what is going on. Currently, our team is working on it to have a good product. I mean web shop and to fix everything that's work properly and to have on the end the good service for the customer. We see many more opportunities in this business because we are in fashion, and fashion is very also fast. We have seasonal collections. We have all the changes, in the past years, and definitely e-commerce support agility and flexibility of the business, which is very important for us. Also, the colleagues the talk about agility in the business. Definitely, we recognize the everything is changing so fast, and habits of the clients is changing a lot. We see a lot of changes on the market, and it's also create some business issues, you know, in our business. Other opportunities are for the new market, we can come into the new market much easier than before, with internet and with e-commerce. Also to create promotion, to I will say create special offers for the customers, segmentation of the market and offers too is something which is supported from the internet very well. Also, we saw in the past time, for example, H&M and fast-growing textile companies had a big problems with the inventories. When you grow fast, you produce a lot, you create new markets, even you don't know what's going to happen there. And a lot of companies are struggling now with inventories. And I think in the e-commerce, you can reduce inventory if you manage properly. Also, we see big potential to growth, and definitely for us, for our company, we see we need to make attention on internet and on e-commerce, and we should not oversleep this period in next 3 years. Some of you saw our shops. We create our shops, and on that way we create our well-known brands on the market. But I definitely support this vision to create concept try and buy. We talk about user experience, and definitely what's we now discussing internally in our company is that we need to see traditional and online shops as one segment, which is something which is approved from Alibaba concept, and also from
exactly.
Deutsche Telekom also. That's something which will change a lot in the next period, and I think we need to support it.
Eric, how Deutsche Telekom can maybe help this local markets, let's say, a successful story to partner with or something? How would you help them, for example, in e-commerce?
I've been recruiting, and I've done a job in Shanghai, China, in underwear. You won't believe this. I have 3 ladies at home, and I don't know about this, but if the underwear gets smaller, it gets more expensive. What we did is we had a Swiss manufacturer of high-quality underwears, which were redesigned for the Chinese markets for 11/11, and it was a high demand thing because you could personalize it. The fun part is that their entire capacity was sold, I think, in an hour. And they were going like, we didn't expect this. So our entire overcapacity was remade and sold to the Chinese market. And I think what you now see on your platform is there's Nestle, Philips are trying to understand the Chinese market. I tell you my experience. I get out in Yinchuan, which is in the middle of China, right? Gobi Desert. I enter a car, a taxi. That taxi is older than I am. Look at my hair. The gentleman turns around and asks, "Can you pay with Alipay?" And I go like, "No." And he goes, "Where are you from?" "Europe." And he goes like, "Europe." Right? This guy gets out of the car. He buys a watermelon from a lady who has only a wooden chart and watermelons. She takes out her phablet and they exchange for a watermelon. I don't know what's the charge on a watermelon, but there you go. Now the interesting part will be is if I come back next year, that gentleman in that cap who's running his entire business over his phone will tell me he has started up a taxi business and I can get any limousine I want. And by the way, it's electric or hybrid or what have you. The lady who's doing the watermelons will probably be at your HEMA shop selling all the things she can sell. And they will look at me and say, like, "What have you done?" And I look, I'm still at Deutsche Telekom. So you need to figure out that we are getting better, but everybody around us too, and much quicker. And I think therefore this conference is really important that the 16+1 is happening. Because the future is not unilateral, it's multilateral. As an executive, you need to make very, very quick decisions about what the future will be. Otherwise, everybody else will take that decision for you. I teach at a family business school. If you are the owner, the heat is double on. Because you have betted the entire bank. But you also know it's like the casino. You don't have an opportunity not play, because then nothing will happen. So I feel for you. And I think doing multiple things in multiple markets, maybe over a phone app with an Alibaba store doing and start to understand 1-1. The Singles Day, it will be Sunday? Next Sunday. I say next Sunday, we shouldn't call you, right, next Sunday. And how much transactions are going on in, you should tell us a bit about it.
Yeah, so I think in this year, because last year we did 250 million US dollar per day. So we are looking for maybe in this year should be over 300 million US dollar within 24 hours.
Amazing, wow. Congratulations. Yeah, and thank you, Eric, for a very valuable comment. So, Amir, MasterCard, so the payment systems within e-commerce, can you comment maybe on your director of Bosnian market? What are trends here you see, and what MasterCard is doing in order to cope with all the payment systems like successful Alipay and many others?
Yes, of course. So I will start by sharing some figures and numbers. It's not so exciting as stories from other speakers, but it will give you good insight of what's happening in Bosnia and Herzegovina in digital segment. So first of all, MasterCard organize so-called Master Index study each year, which help us understand payment habits and needs of active cardholders in Bosnia and Herzegovina. So we do it annually, every year. And what last year, actually this year, study revealed, first of all, 78% of Bosnians make online purchases, so 17%. 1 in 3 of respondents said they're buying online few times per year, while 13% said this is their monthly habit. So they're doing this buying regularly online. When it comes to what kind of items are purchased the most frequently, on the top of this list are clothes and shoes. This is some 35% of respondents said this is favorite type of goods they are buying online. Then people said they see internet as a convenient channel to pay their online utility bills, their monthly utility bills. They are paying for holidays, for accommodation, and at fourth place, they said they are buying electronic goods. So these categories are the most popular among active cardholders in Bosnia buying online. Some 35% of respondents said they prefer paying by payment card, either debit, credit, or prepaid. Almost equal number, 32% said they order online but pay in cash upon delivery. And around 20% said they prefer using mobile or internet banking to pay for goods online. One additional important information is 58% of respondents said they are confident when in e-commerce. They feel secure and safe when buying online, while significant 36% said they are indecisive. They're not sure. So this is, for me, a very clear message that we as an industry need to continue with financial education, to invest more in this education, because there are many myths connected with buying online, and by repeating and practicing some very simple precautionary measures, we can buy online very safely without a fear from fraud or from theft. So I believe this is pretty important.
Thank you very much. Before we touch that, okay, the companies are now moving from industry to industry, so cross-industry collaboration, or they wanna step into somebody else's business. Like, and if I give an example, I will be driving autonomous car in the future, and I will try to e-commerce, like buying online. Who will be the owner of the system? Who will get the data? So it will be car producer with this platform, or telco, or let's say internet provider, or platform like e-commerce.
It better be the customer. I think you agree with me. It better be the customer. If the customer don't own their data, you're out of business. Okay. So what we do in mobile operator billing, what we do is we ask, or we allow our customers to pay anonymously. So the big online platforms don't get insights in their data. Germany is very strict about this. But they want to know, if you play this, do you do that? I think that's where the professor is at. What do people do, and they don't even know that they're doing it? I have also certain habits where my wife keeps reminding me that I'm doing it. I think machine learning could do that too. And that's the part. So there must be a trust that your data is safe. It's away from the transaction. We will support that transaction in front. We'll get it back from you. We know you very well. So if you default 2 times, we'll don't do it again. But we don't have a banking license. So that's where we go to MasterCard, because we're not allowed to trade physical goods. I can do digital goods, but I'm not allowed, and that's by law, and that's very good, because otherwise everybody would play everywhere. However, this is a business model innovation. That means you need to look at your business model where the margin is. I even am a supplier to PayPal. That means a margin on a margin. And that's very good business. Why? Because I make money while I sleep. I don't do my product to my customer. I do other products to other customers, and it works damn well, and it works damn good. If you don't believe me, ask the gentleman of Alibaba. He will say the same. You are enabling other people to do business. And if that's not your goal, your target, and the customer is not central, I think we don't have a business then.
Thank you very much. Maybe Mr. Chunk, you can comment on that.
It's my first time to this country. So since yesterday, from airport, I got very good experience, and from Bojana at VIP. So I very enjoyed the experience in this country. So that's why I personally want to share 2 small reference to have maybe as free of charge to the gift. So it's very important, yes, for example, Alibaba Cloud, you think we have so many technology like Deutsche Telekom. But actually, end of the day, is you are most important than us, because most use case is from you, not from technology. So one example, image search. So this is one belongs to the AI technology. So from e-commerce, and we use this image search technology to support e-commerce. So that means the consumer, once you find one goods, then we can reference you more similar goods. Maybe you are looking for something. So we use this technology. So one day, and we present this technology. I think is one like the conference or summit. Then afterwards, CCTV. I don't know how many people know CCTV. This is the biggest national broadcast in China. So CCTV come to us. They say they have the one use case because mostly, they need the people, for example, after one football match. So they need experienced people, maybe overnight. After finish the match, they, clipping some highlights. And then afterwards, maybe they shot, 19 minutes and to maybe 5 minutes highlights as a program to the customers. So before they need maybe 8 very experienced people, and overnight, because they are waiting the match finished, they say, why not use image search technology and to this part? And then we got the idea from customer. And we say, why not? Maybe we do something test. So we assign our engineer to the CCTV. And then they tell us, okay, normally we will pitch in which kind of highlights, like the famous star, or like the shooting moment, or like some problem moment, or exchange people. Then we training this kind of expertise to the machine. Then afterwards, we work out one proposal and technical proposal to test. Then we see we already can shot from during the time, so the machine can start work. We can short from 90 minutes and to maybe 10 minutes. That means the CCTV, they need only 2 people to afterwards, not from the 90 minutes content, from this 10 minutes content to start to check everything is possible or not. Then now we already operate this program after 6 months. Now I tell you, no need people. The machine is smart enough, and during the match, he know which moment is the people they want to see as a highlight. So this is the case 1. And before we have this technology, but we don't know the technology plus which use case can equals some business value. And then second, afterwards, the Beijing subway company. We told it because this is from the media. Then we jump to the transport company. The subway engineer also heard this case. He said before if the metro, the subway, they do the maintenance. They also need the people workers and do all the quality inspection. So one area by one area. He said, why not use the image search? We do the bigger scanner. So the bigger stuff just slowly and move. Then through the high-speed industrial level camera to get so many pictures. Then we train the algorithm to say, okay, this area is more danger or some problem. So you really need people to focus on this area to do some deep inspection. This area is because it's very normal and fine with normal picture, so no need people. So we also use this same technology, but in the transport industry to support them to reduce their operation cost. So my means is, sorry, I use a little time. But my means yes, we have so many technology, so many innovation things. But if without your real case, we can do nothing. So you as a company, you know which area you want to improve. Either you want to develop more business or want to reduce your operation cost. But we don't know. So you are the important person. So you start initial this use case. So you should be like a hunter to know which company and which partner can bring the right technology to help you and to support your business. So then I think we can bring the use case. So Alibaba Cloud, we have so many technology know-how, but in this region, in this country, we still like the young boy. So we know nothing. So we are waiting for you to tell us which area, whatever you are doing, the farming business or manufacturing business or e-commerce business, you tell me where you need support. Then we are able to start empower you. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Very good. So, thank you. Maybe it's time that we get some questions from the public. So, yes?
Thank you. I have a question for you, Tony. Thank you so much. It's really great to hear, and I think it's just fantastic. You made it here to Sarajevo. And the question is about, obviously you're having a lot of innovation. How long, I have two questions. How long does it take you from idea to implementation? Obviously you're very fast in implementing new ideas, at least from what I've heard. Secondly, how do you deal with innovation? Is that something that you have departments or everybody is innovating within the Alibaba group? And concerning the third thing you said, that we are the customers and we are the ones who can tell you, what we need. Do you have an open platform where we present you your latest technology that we can say, hey, we need that? So 3 questions.
Okay, so normally, the process like this. So once the customer has some problem, you're welcome to visit us and tell your problem. Then normally, if we already have some experience in the past in the same area, maybe for us it's much easier we can provide some standard product to solve your problem. But some case maybe we are not yet have solution, but we also to emphasize do some evaluation. We recognize that maybe this problem can use for other people's, not only dedicated for you. Then we can assign some engineer and real deep in your place and work hard with your people together. So normally need maybe 1 month to 2 months to evaluate what's the problem. So from process from your existing system. Then we are able to work out some technical proposal and plus some commercial offers. But for sure, and most people say, I don't know, like you will charge me how much. So normally the principle like will be less than we can help you to save how much money. If I can help you to save €100 and I will not charge €200 to you, right? Then also some case, if we are able to use this use case and as a common solution to support other company, then I think we can compensate some business offering from others so that we can share this cost to other partners.
Hello, my name is Almir, and I have I can say, so-called e-commerce business here in Bosnia. I'm selling organic groceries, organic food online here in Bosnia, and our 9 years of experience actually tells us that we are too far from being real e-commerce here in Bosnia. It's kind of a question for Amir and Mr. Tony can learn something what we need here in Bosnia. Let me tell you an example. When a customer comes to my web shop, and he orders, I have a web shop and everything, he orders what he needs, and when he wants to check out, I have to implement a system of payment that redirects to a bank's platform. And every time he has to do that, and every time he has to type his name, surname, bank card number, and CSV number, and blah, blah, blah stuff. So that's one of the issues when we surveyed our customers saying, oh, why do I have to do it every time? I mean, why can't you just, like everything I do, like a booking or everything else, why can't I do it just, I said, it's a legal system that we have here, unfortunately, we cannot do it. When we surveyed, and you said, I'm really amazed that like only almost 30% of the people say they are willing to pay online, That's something new because 99% of our customers, and we have really big pool of customers, and statistically we took a very huge number of people who we asked, 99% said they want to pay upon delivery. And innovation that we had that actually somehow made our business do more easy is when the banks allowed us companies to take the mobile POS machines, and people pay by card when we deliver, and they think that's kind of an online purchase because they paid upon delivery. So this kind of issues is everybody's issues here, even those who make web shops and who want to be in e-commerce, do it properly. Like e-commerce is going to be issue until we solve this situation. Thank you very much.
Okay, so you touched a very important issue, and you will also mention something about it at the beginning of our panel. So unified, easy and simple checkout solution. This is something that MasterCard is putting great effort to bring this to the market. Today, we take for granted how electronic payments make our life easy and convenient because of some investment done in the past. Now we have actually the opportunity with some new standards, some new possibilities to introduce same kind of unique experience which we have when paying with our payment card anywhere, anytime across the globe to the digital world. So any of us paying with our bank card anywhere will have the same experience. If we try to do it on internet, online, we'll probably have hundreds of different experiences. And this is to bring this unified and simple yet safe checkout solution. MasterCard decided to strongly support launch and deployment of EMVCo secure remote commerce standards. And if you allow me, I would also use this opportunity to call our partners, other industry stakeholders, to support deployment of this SRC standard. To explain it, what is SRC in very simple words, so very simplified explanation. So the idea is to bring to the online world same experience, same unified and safe experience like we have when paying with chip cards, EMV cards, to bring this to the online world. So this is something that is coming. MasterCard is really putting a lot of effort to make it happen soon. And so we can only hope that other players in this industry will embrace it and will support deployment of such solution. This solution will actually enable customer to buy on a simple click, just to click on pay with SRC. So there will be no need to enter many times your credentials, your card number, CVC number, etc. So this is the end idea. And just to, I'm referring to your question about our research, Master Index research. So as I mentioned, this is a research which is based on active card holders. So we are talking about active card holders, not about general population. So this is why you probably have different experience and different figures in your specific web shop.
Great. I have a question as well, or several actually, if you don't mind. Now, my experience and while listening to the discussions here, your speeches as well, there's a lot of interest in e-commerce. My experience also, and I've traveled around the world, I've been fortunate enough to have experienced different countries. Now, the level of use of e-commerce in my experience is quite low actually compared to some other countries which we may think of actually as not as advanced as some European countries. I was recently in India as well, and India is very far ahead of this region in terms of e-commerce and online usage of different apps. Now, my question to you is, in the statistics that you've pointed out, what percentage of the purchases made online are actually from locally here in Bosnia, and are they mostly here or abroad? Because I think that, at least from my experience, most of them come from abroad because there are platforms available and they're safe, secure, and so on.
Well, that's true. Sorry.
Okay, I was going to ask a few other questions, but you can go ahead.
Well, very short answer. So you're right. The most of online purchases done are actually performed at web shops abroad, so not based in Bosnia, but abroad.
So we do lag behind in terms of the availability for the consumer to actually engage in online purchases. So that the second question would be also perhaps to both of you, because you're a service provider, but you're a business who wants to use this service, wants to expand in the online sphere. Is it up to the businesses? Is it the lack of technology? Because the interest is obviously there if it's available. Or is it also part of the regulatory environment that we have that doesn't enable you as a business owner in this country, in the region, to be able to make full use of these services available?
Yeah, there is a lot of combined things, inside. Of course, we start with the government regulatory. Definitely, even we are as a businessmen in the Bosnian, we don't expect a lot from the government, but definitely this is something which need to be a lot of attention, because this business will grow a lot, and a lot of money and transactions will be done through the e-commerce. We already know that a lot of illegal transaction and sales through the illegal Facebook and Instagram portals. Here without any control of the tax and other legislative. But definitely we starting with from internal things. First thing that we need to solve is mistrust of our customers. It's already mentioned about I'm not sure to share our personal data or bank account or something else, and we need to involve much strongly to that to increase that trust in the market. And when we got good feedback from the customers, we will feel immediately benefits from it.
Eric, you wanted to comment something?
Yeah.
Thank you.
So we are here on a conference called Sarajevo Unlimited. I would urge all the parties, regulators, business and individuals, citizens, to think unlimited. Wow, right?
Thank you.
Why is that?
Very good. Thank you.
Why is that? Because I'm from the Netherlands. Well, we are the most populated country after Bangladesh. Thank you very much. So we need to think solutions. If we think problems, we would be gone, right? So for my age group, there's not enough jobs around. Very simple. So to say, like, our best export product is our people. But what we did, say, in a security or in a new technology like blockchain, we have a fintech sandbox. That means we have a sandbox where people can play, but there's a big sticker on the outside which says this is experiment. So the government knows, the business knows, and the citizens knows that this is an experiment where they try to get to the most optimal solution for all three parties, thank you very much. Because the customer has already figured out that when the platform is for free, he or she is the product. And they don't accept it anymore. So here you need to think out of the box. You need to think really limited and start with environments where you can experiment. We had yesterday morning a workshop about Sarajevo being the most polluted town in Europe. That is a fantastic opportunity because you have a high need. You know where you want to go because you want to get rid of the pollution. So there's a very big argument to go to investors, to go to European investment and say, to the Investment Bank of Europe to say, I'm the most polluted city in Europe, can you help me? And that's very important because if you are fat and juicy and you don't know where to go, it's a danger. So I would say you really know as a country where you don't want to be. That's very, very important. Now start figuring out together as fast as possible where you want to be. And from another small country, it is really possible and it's really enjoyable. So I would say, go for it. Start that sandbox. Start experimenting with local commerce, with us as players. Go for it.
And as thank you very much. And as Mr. Cenk said, they are here to learn the market, to make business cooperations. So use it. Those gentlemen are here to listen your stories and to see what you can do together. And is that right? Probably you would agree with me.
Yeah, definitely. So we are ready. Are you ready?
So with that one, I would conclude that great session. Thank you very much for paying attention and see you tomorrow and even today. Okay, bye-bye.
Before you leave, can you just, well, one of your panelists as well. Yeah, first of all, picture, but also one of your panelists here would like to thank you for being part of the panel and welcome you to Sarajevo in Bosnia and Herzegovina. And we have a bag of goodies for each one of you.
Thank you.
And also a joint photo. Thank you, Almaraz. And people who made a change.